Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today presenting a deck with one of the Pokemon that I've had a lot of fun playing, and that's Blissey V. It's a tanky V, a basic tanky Pokemon, so easy to play, which is a good thing, and can get up to a high damage level, although it takes a lot of time, and it's difficult to pull that off. It's got Blissful Blast attack for 1 colorless energy, so super easy to pay for. It does 10 damage. That's not good, of course, but then it does 30 more for each energy attached to this Pokemon, so you can accelerate there. And if you did any damage with this attack, you may attach up to 3 energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon, so you start with 40, which isn't great. If you get 3 more energy on, that's 90 more damage per attack, so it builds up. So we need a way to get energy on to Blissey quickly. So the engine I was thinking giving a go with is Xatu, right? I've been playing some Xatu decks anyway, and I think this is a decent partner for it because of Clairvoyant Sense. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon, so not the active, unfortunately. If you attach an energy to a Pokemon this way, you draw 2 cards. So accelerates energy, draws cards, so powering up that Bliss, get a Blissey on the bench, and get a bunch of energy on it while we're attacking with another Blissey. Or we have the Walling Mimikyu that we can attack with as well. So safeguard ability on Mimikyu, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacking Pokemon from your opponent's Pokemon EX and V. Now, usually decks have a way to get around it, but it does slow them down most of the time. And I do like the fact that we can attack using the Ghost Eye attack. Psychic Colorless does put 7 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon, so it just slows things down. So it puts a little bit of pressure on them while we're slowing them down. Playing a high count of basic energy, 15 psychic energies. Xatu just is energy hungry. We need to get those energies in hand. We need to get them easily. And also, the Blissey V wants a ton of energy, so we play a high energy count in the deck. All right, getting to the trainers, a fairly compact list, so a lot of 4-ofs here. Let's hit the 4-ofs first. Why not? 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball for Pokemon Search, right? Very important there. 4 Bravery Charm, very important there. Plus 50 HP on your basic Pokemon. Gets the Blissey up to 300, very good there. And the Mimikyu becomes 120, which is good, takes it. So a lot of the single prize, like in an EX or V deck, they usually have some single prize attackers. But once you get the Bravery Charm on, they're 2 or 3 shotting you usually, which is good. Also, Cramorant doesn't one-shot you with the Bravery Charm. And the other thing that's important is the Mew EX can copy your attacks, places 7 damage counters, which gets through the safeguard effect and would one-shot you, but because with Bravery Charm, then you're not one-shot by Mew EX, which can be important as well. So 4 Bravery Charm, super important here. 4 Path to the Peak. We have an ability, I didn't even mention it because it's so unimportant, but let me go mention it. Natural Cure ability. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand, this Pokemon recovers from all special conditions. So if you're up against a special conditions deck, you have that workaround, but honestly, it's very rarely necessary. So 4 Path to the Peak, right? That's very devastating to a lot of decks as well. So Mimikyu, Path to the Peak, it's a counter deck. Our Mimikyu's a walling Pokemon. Blissey V, very tanky HP. And then 4 Professor's Research, really good to set up early game, right? We need to get a bunch of Pokemon in play, need cards in hand, and getting some energies in the discard pile is good to accelerate to Blissey. So Research I like in a deck like this. Okay, now I did all the 4-ofs. What else do we have here? 2 Zinnias resolve, another draw card, and maybe I should increase this and honestly decrease the Research. I find Zinnias is a better play a lot of times. You discard 2 cards from hand, and then you draw a card for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play. And a lot of decks play big benches, so you're drawing 5 or 6 cards with Zinnias. If you're drawing 6, it's only 1 less than Research. You're discarding 2, which is usually enough energies to get 2 in the discard. You're happy with that, but you preserve other cards in your hand, so it is kind of nice in the deck, I will say. I'll finish up the supporters. 2 Iono. Sometimes the game gets long, especially when you're hiding behind that Mimikyu. So if that's the case, and your opponent switches around a lot, Iono's very good. You get fresh 6 cards early game. You can replenish your hand if you start to get a big hand, because the Xatus can get really big hands too. And we just need to kind of shuffle back in the deck so we don't deck out, as well as disrupting opponent late game. 1 Professor Turo scenario. I really like this in the deck. You put your Pokemon that one Pokemon to play into your hand. So it's for any Pokemon evolution, basic, damage, not, doesn't matter. I like that. Colorless, any type. Don't worry about it. Put it in your hand. You lose the energies, you lose the tool. The tool's the big thing you miss losing. The energies, Blissey can get them back, and we do play Rod to get them back too. But very good. We don't play any switching at all in the deck, so this is our one switch card. Just keep in mind, just use it at the right time. It's very powerful and very beneficial. 2 Boss's Orders, we know what that does, right? Really good, helping win the game. All right, what else do we have here? 2 Earthen Vessel. We need to get energy. We have these basic energies. We need to get them in hand to use Xatu's ability to accelerate. So 2 Earthen Vessels, right? Discard a card from hand. Often might be a basic energy to accelerate to Blissey V, and when it attacks, but then put 2 basic energies from the deck into your hand. Very good there. And then we play 2 Super Rod, shuffle any combination of 3 Pokemon and or basic energy, discard pile into deck. So getting those energies back. Eventually we get a lot of energy in the discard pile. We need to get them back in the deck so we can use Xatu's ability to reaccelerate, to accelerate and draw more. So getting some energies back. And if it's a Mimikyu-based game, getting a Mimikyu or 2 back in the deck is really nice as well. So 2 Rods. I'm pretty happy with this list. Like I said, it could use a little bit of tweaking. You can let me know your comments on improvements, and if you have suggestions for how else to play Blissey, let me know. It is a Pokemon I like. It's going to be rotating right in a few months, probably late March, I would guess, in 2024. So this is our last few months to play some of these Pokemon and enjoy them. Let's see what we can do with the deck on the ladder. All right, hopefully get a nice game with this Blissey Xatu deck. I do like Blissey a lot. I'm not altogether sold that this is a good list. I mean, look, Blissey had its day in the sun. It's a tanky basic, right? That's easy, so it's easy to set up. It attacks for 1 color's energy. Can't get much better than that. Now the problem is with 1 color's energy, for 1 basic energy, you're doing 40 damage, and that's not really good. Okay, so taking a mulligan, I don't play a lot of basics, so that's not a surprise at all. Got to give up a lot of mulligans here with this deck, I assume. All right, that's not what I wanted. Have Path, that's good. We'll see, right? Getting a decent start to the game is important. All right, Regieleki V. Not loving it, I will say. Not loving it. So I got down the Miraidon, got the bling, got the full, the secret rare Miraidon, whatever, the gold Miraidon. So, yeah, this is not, I'm not liking this, is what I will say. They attached to the active, okay. I would have thought maybe they would have attached to the Iron Hands, right? They see a single price target there that they got to want to grab. All right, well, that's not bad at all. So I get down. The nice thing is right now they cannot damage my Mimikyu, right? They can't damage Mimikyu, so I think nothing will hit through the effects, right? So I'm going to retreat into Mimikyu. Problem is I can't accelerate now, so that's a bit of a downer for me, but just make that play. I'll end turn. That's okay. I have a Xatu. I have an energy to, I guess I accelerate to the Xatu because I need to be drawing stuff too. So this right now, what do they have to deal with the Mimikyu? I assume they got Flaffy in deck. So, wow, they are bling bling. All right, well, the Radiant Serena, they probably can't attack there, right? So, okay, looking at a really slow, really grindy game, I mean. Oh, they can attack there, so they will 2-shot me, so I need to get my Blissey set up. As simple as that. Okay, so I will play that, get this guy ready, because I need to get this going, and I want to get my Blissey going, which is, okay, I can get a Blissey down. which is good. I can accelerate to Blissey, which is also very good. Getting a Natu down, I think, and the Mimikyu down. I'm liking life here. And I think I will Bravery Charm the Blissey and end turn. Right, if they hit the Serena, they can't attack this turn. They're still a turn away. They're gonna. I'll start pinging with the Mimikyu, I think. Now that was a huge mistake, right? Because now it doesn't provide grass energy anymore, so they made a major misplay there, if I understand the situation, right? So yeah. So, but they're switching in, which is fine. He doesn't hit through though, so which I'm liking that, I gotta say. So I need to attach an energy to my active. I want to power up this Blissey V, right? Make him to be a nice attacking beast there for sure. Do I want to toss down another bench Pokemon? I don't know if I do, I gotta say. I guess I do. I think I want to toss down another Natu, I think, right? Let me just look at what the counts are here. Just get my engine fully set up to just wreak havoc on my opponent. Did I accelerate this turn? No. I'm gonna keep powering up the Blissey. He's my guy this game, and don't Iono just because my opponent doesn't have much going on. So, and I think they took themselves out of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, they could win. Now, because maybe I shouldn't have benched the other not to, because now my opponent could win the game. I don't think. Well, all right, they have boss, so okay. They're not going to knock me out though. So let's think through. What do I do here? Path and play is very good. I could attach and retreat, actually, and I might just do that. Professor Turo's would be a very nice get, I gotta say. So let me accelerate. I should have retreated, I guess, there, right? No. I'll accelerate to the Mimikyu. I'd like to Professor Turo. That's what I'd like to do here. I might just hard retreat. I do 100. I don't get the knockout. I can't get the knockout this turn, which is a bummer too. But that's okay. Have another energy. So I'm gonna retreat and smack him again. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I think I might actually. I don't take the knockout, right? You know, I'm like 2 energies away from the knockout, so there's no way I'm doing that. So I'm gonna hard retreat, which is kind of rough, but I could yeah, I'm gonna rod that energy back because I could wait till when Mimikyu gets knocked out, but that's okay. I want to draw energy, and I will put 7 damage counters on you again and see what happens. Again, I have the Iono. If they start to set up a hand, I will Iono because I'm happy to see more cards. Partly the reason for Iono in the deck, as like a game like this shows, bumped the microphone there. I really, if I do a bunch of Xatus, I really get a bunch of energy going. So I will send up my other Mimikyu. Doesn't have the cape on him, but I don't think, unless they have a grass energy, they're not attacking. And I'm guessing they're not playing grass energy. I'm pretty sure they made a big boo-boo there, using the technical Pokemon terminology there, right? By attaching the second Luminous, they needed to not attach. I know they want to get that second energy on to get it closer, but I think they're going to be disappointed and not attack. We will find out though if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they should not be able to attack though. Okay, so they bump my path. I have 2 more sitting in hand though, so I like that a lot, of course. So, and they just, okay, they healed, which is fine. I'm going to start putting damage on them, though. So, what's their boss? They're down 2 bosses. That's really good. So, researching my boss, because boss is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 prizes, and they do have Iron Hands, which gets them the 6th prize. In fact, they can finish off the Blissey for 3 prizes with Iron Hands. So I don't know what they're going to do here. Right? They're maybe seeing that they can't attack because it's not highlighted and wondering what's happening. That could be the case. I mean, right, because they attacked. I assume they thought they had the energy cost paid, because otherwise, well, they would not have. So I kind of want to iron. I mean, I want to. Okay, I want to scoop. I want to get this Blissey out of play. That's what I want to do here. So I need a Turo to make that happen. So I'll just do this, and yeah, I do that, and I attack. I'll just attack at this point. They take the Blissey out. That's scary, obviously, and that can win them the game. And maybe I should have dug for the Professor Turo this turn. I don't know. I have one more rod available to me, which gets me through more energies. Maybe I don't put the energy on the Blissey, right? Because well, I think I probably powered the Blissey because the Blissey can still attack for prizes, right? And taking prizes is still, I'm going to win by prizes, so speeding up the game by having Blissey for a big one shot actually is a good thing, right? They're gonna need bosses though, so that by getting rid of a second boss, I think they're gonna have a lot of trouble here. So I will start. I want a Professor Turo. I think he's available. I'm not certain. All right, I'm just going to attack at this point. Just keep attacking. I probably want to watch the deck out, because if I Xatu like as much as I can, I will deck out probably, right? Because I could Xatu, I could have Xatu'd twice more. I'd have four more cards in hand. I could Xatu again next turn. That's how I'd get that Blissey to be a big one-shot threat. But because the damage is on the Blissey, I don't want to do that. Right? I might just manually attach. I don't know. The problem is when I Professor Turo's whatever it's called, I lose the energy, which is good in some sense, but in this game, I don't want to put a ton of energy in the discard. All right, so this game has become a game of nothingness, and I think it's going to stay like this. Okay, so opponent stopped playing, which I get. They were not going to do anything, so lesson there is do not, right, with the luminous energy, only attach 1. Once you attach 2, it only provides colorless energy. They needed the grass energy there. And plus the Mimikyu, of course, the Mimikyu did its thing for sure. It walled off everything else, and the deck came through. All right, let's see what happens here. Hopefully we get a good game to show the deck off. The last game, I might end up uploading it. I don't know. Not great. My opponent made a major misplay, which then meant they had they had no plays, is what it meant at that point. Yeah, so we will see. All right, so I go first, which is what I want. Of course, my opponent wants to go second, so we will see whose advantage this is. I might not get... Okay, it's not terrible. I mean, if it's like an Iron Hand, we'll see what happens here. So do I want to get down a Mimikyu? Do I want to get down a Blissey, right? That's my choice right here. Do I want to get down a Mimikyu or a Blissey? I'm going to put down a Blissey. you know, I assume Mimikyu's not going to get the job done in and of itself. Attach energy to Blissey. I will Bravery Charm. Just end an end turn there. I could Earthen Vessel. The thing is, if I get Iono'd, then I'd like to get the Earthen Vessel back later in the game. You know, if I Earthen Vessel, discard energy, draw 2 energies, and then to get Iono'd, my chances of getting energy are greatly reduced. So let's see, is it a loss? What am I up against? Was the Blissey the right call, or Mimikyu, was he the right call, right? They both are good options in different matchups. Okay, so I want to get Mimikyu down. But, you know, the good news is I hit the Mimikyu, right? So they're probably... So they have... We'll see what happens. Right, so they got down the Raichu. So they may take the knockout, which is fine. That's okay. I will get down to Mimikyu after this. Hopefully they fill the bench. Hopefully it's not a Flaffy. Hopefully it's not something that can hit my Mimikyu. It's a Flaffy, but as long as I think I knocked them out first. So I believe I think if I get my tool down, right? I think they 2-shot me. I think I 2-shot them. I think with the tool though, they'll 3-shot me. I'm trying to remember. So let's do 50. Let's do 70. I don't remember the numbers, I gotta say, of the attack. It's meaningful. Certainly it's gonna be important here. So they got the tool down. They want to take out the Natu. I'll give a poke with the Blissey. Okay, they might not take my Blissey out though, which is quite nice. Quite nice there. Because they can't generate to it now it's in the active. So they might be passing this turn. I'm a bit surprised that they sent up the Raikou, because now because they attached manually, they didn't accelerate to it. The sequencing, I would have thought they were going to Generator first. Because now to attack, now they have to attack with, they can attack with Raikou. I mean the Raichu. And the Raichu, they want to get powered up to things powered up so they can one-shot the Blissey with that. I think I need to get 2 Mimikyus down. That's my priority now. I think, though, I get the Xatu set up, accelerate to the Xatu, and hope, right? And hope. So, all right. Generator. I mean, they can retreat out of the Raikou. Right, the retreat cost is 1, but switching when they did, I mean, they had their open hand. They didn't want to waste it. I get that. Okay, so they have to switch. Right, if they didn't use the rope before, they didn't need to. They could have saved this switch for they could have generated, then played the switch. So it would have been better. You know, in this case, I'm pretty sure they should have just tossed away the rope. Or if they didn't want to leave the Squawkabloo, they could have sent up something else that's a single retreat cost, right? Okay, so I don't know. They might be able to switch into the active still. Okay, so they had the beach court, which is fine. Again, though, it would have been better to have saved that switch. So they're going to knock me out next turn. Probably. We'll see. If I bench something else, they definitely do, right? So he's going to give a little poke here, which is fine. I will, yeah, I'll do that. I don't mind tossing away an energy here. That's okay. I will, I don't, actually, maybe I made a mistake there, right? It's fine. I'm going to put these energies back, I guess, as my play now. I just want to get things set up. That's what I'm trying to do, right? It's going to be a 2 Mimikyu game, I'm pretty sure. And I'll put all the energies back because I think my Blissey's getting blown up. It's a Mimikyu game, is what it is. Okay, that is exactly what I wanted there. And grab another Mimikyu. Yeah, I'll grab another Mimikyu. Just make life simple. Because do they play Iron? Trying to look here. They don't have Iron Hands down, but it doesn't mean they don't play Iron Hands, I gotta say, right? It doesn't mean they don't play it. So just getting things set here. Okay, got some energies down. I like that. So he's doing 40. Have an energy. I'm going to sit on the energy. I'm just going to give him a poke. Just give him a poke. They'll probably knock me out next turn. They will knock me out next turn. I grew my bench size, so they knock me out. But these Mimikyus are going to cause a lot of grief. I need to get the Mimikyus up in the active and start getting a Blissey really charged up. That's what needs to happen right now. It's awkward, I think. My situation's a little awkward, though. Actually, at this point, I have the boss, so I probably boss up the Mareep. And hopefully he stays Mareep, and I one-shot the Mareep. Okay, they can't now get a Flaffy with him, right? Because, I mean, they could get like a coin flip card, right? What is it? Capturing Aroma, right? You flip a coin. Heads or tails, depends what you get, basic or evolution. But there's no Evo Incense in formats, so you have Ultra Ball's the way to get. Oh no, I think it's a 90 HP guy, right? So level ball works. So they could grab a level ball. I still probably will. They're going to knock me out. I gust up the Mareep, and even if they evolve to a Flaffy, I hit into them once, and then I'm ready to finish them off next turn. So Generator Arvin, that's fine. Okay, failed. Failing's always good. Not that it's going to matter a ton, because I think it's just going to be about Mimikyu winning the day for me, right? I'm going to send up the Mimikyu, and I think I have to attach to him, and then I'm really dead drawing, unfortunately. But boss in hand is nice, so I will make that play. I will make this play. I will make that play. Might as well path them down too. Take the knockout. And I take a prize, which is good because right now I'm in top deck mode. All right, energy, that's really nice. Do I want to power up a Blissey? I could, right? Now, do they play Iron Hands? That's one question, right? Or Iron Treads, or Iron, whatever it is. Okay, so they have the Raihan. We'll see what they get in play here, what they grab. I guess Raichu makes sense. Now, so I probably don't want to play the Blissey down because they're going to one-shot the Blissey probably. I'll see what they have. If they have a threat to the Mimikyu, that's my concern, right? I played, I think, 2 bosses, so they have the Zapdos. Okay, Zapdos is good. Good for them, right? Because right now I have to 2-shot him. I don't right now. I do not have the. I need to get a charm on my other guy here. That's what needs to happen. So I have a boss. Boss is beautiful, right? I think I probably use the boss. Do I use the boss here? Maybe I don't. It's a good question. I don't want. Mimikyu. I have another rod, right? So I think do I want to gust him up, right? Because if they switch boss, that's where life gets tricky for me, right? I'm just going to attack there. Right now, I'm 2 shots. I'm 2 hits away from taking him out now. Again, boss. It's the rope play. If they rope, though, I send up the Xatu. I don't want this Mimikyu knocked out. And yeah. So we'll see what they grab. Another Arven. How many are that's okay? Just their second Arven. They played Peony. So rope. They're going to play the rope. I'm going to send up the Xatu. I'm pretty certain. They can one-shot him, but then I will but then I get the first smack on the Zapdos, right? I mean, I'm guessing that's okay. They're going to Raichu there, which is fine. I don't. All right, I think maybe I gust up the Zapdos this turn then, because he's now the threat, right? I lost the Xatu. That's okay. I'm playing the super slow, super grindy game. Wow. Okay. I mean, it really is a wow. Really a wow. Okay, so I just need to Zinnia's away. I want to draw. I'm not going to boss because they didn't take the knockout. So I want some cards is what I want. I'll get rid of those guys. Got the energy, so I can accelerate to the Mimikyu because I really do want Bravery Charm, right? I really would like another Bravery, and I'm going to attach and retreat. Just retreat is fine. I could Turo. No, let me not Turo. Just going to retreat, do a little smack. I'm sitting on my boss still. So getting more damage spread around, so that part's not, eventually this damage is going to lead to knockouts. I've had games like this where the Mimikyu just kind of keeps banging, banging, banging. My opponents keep retreating, moving things around. I get things damaged up a bunch. Now, they don't knock me out. If they have a boss, that's a blow to me, for sure. If they don't have, you know what? Actually, this is good. I have the Turo in this. Okay, this is perfect. I use the Professor's Turo, and I will, yeah. I lose the charm though, right? Which I think I want to. I think I do use the Turo. I lose the charm, which isn't great, but I'll take you. Send you up. I will accelerate here. And now I'm ready to take another hit on you. And yeah, I will attach here. I have Iono, I have boss. Okay. So you're going to knock me out this turn though, right? Which is okay. Then I finish you off, and then what's the generator situation? 3. So one more generator they have. Okay, so they take the one shot. I finished them off. The chances that they one-shot me this next turn aren't great, is what I'd say. But it's certainly possible too, right? Oh, that's a huge hit there, right? That is huge. I think Iono. Yeah, I don't want to lose the boss. I really want to. I really need to hit that rod. Do I want to do anything here? I will accelerate one to himself. Okay, and I will take the knockout. The Xatu's getting close to being able to attack. Not that he wants to do that. What I need is rod at this point. I burned the one rod early. And I have a second rod. So now, these games with Mimikyu are good, but they are difficult, right? As I think I've said, I don't know if I said it before in this video, but most decks have an out to Mimikyu. And this one certainly does, right? At some point, they're going to play a rope or a boss, take out my Xatu, and then I'm just down to the Mimikyu. But I think, I'm just checking. So I'm down. I have a boss left in deck. All right, so they're gonna take out the Xatu. Do I research? That's one of my questions now. They probably don't have the knockout this turn. It's unlikely. That's what I'll say. Do I want to research? Do I research? Right. That's part of my question. I'm gonna. I hate losing the Bravery Charm. That's the problem. All right, I think I got to research because I need to rod, and I missed that, which is very stinky, right? Very stinky indeed. Let me see what's in my deck. That's what I want to say. I want to know if the rod is there. The rod is there, so that's good, and the boss is there. Okay, rod and boss are both in deck. That's what I need. Okay, so I just attack here. Just attack. I really don't want to. I don't think I want to give up. I mean, I could have benched the Natu. I could have done that. Should I have? Right? Don't want to bench Blissey because Blissey can get. I think he's at one. He can get one shot at this point, and I lose the game. Losing the Natu or the Xatu doesn't cost me game. All right, that's good. So at this point, they don't have access to somebody that can hit through me. So that's good. So I just got to be careful that I don't deck out. So Mew, Mew's a bad guy for me. So that's really good for them, of course. Mew will win them the game. I don't think I can afford to at this point, I cannot afford to research. I need to hit a boss. I really need the rod is what I need. I really need the rod. I need to get the other Mimikyu down. I'm out of Bravery Charms. Because I have 3 in the discard, 1 in the active. They should have benched. See, the Mew hits me. Now, that was a mistake. They needed to get the Mew down sooner, and they needed... That's beautiful. So this... They might concede at this point. So Mimikyu, energy, really good there. So let me... I'm not going to research. So let me get down the Mimikyu and start attaching to him, because that's the danger to me, is they take out my Mimikyu. They're two-shotting the active Mimikyu with the Mew. I think they don't realize that that he works through me. So, and getting those cards in the deck was really good too. It keeps me, so I should have enough time before I deck out to win the game. Have one boss, so I'll save that probably for game earlier if need be, but I want to. They're going to keep switching and slowing me down. That's their play at this point, I think. So attach there. So he's a hit away from knockout. I have 2 Pokemon a hit away from knockout. The problem is it's going to be close though, right? They're gonna, they can switch they can keep switching these guys, and we'll see what happens. Are they going to retreat this turn? They're going to retreat. I don't think I want a boss at this point. Sending him up's good because now they can't generate. I believe they have 1 generator left. I don't know that they have any energies though. Okay, I mean that doesn't do anything. I will say. I mean, my HP's lower. That's true, but see, they could have one-shot him with the Mew, right? Genome hacking copies my attack, and it prevents damage done, but my attack places damage counters, so my ability does not stop the placing of damage counters. So, attack. It's going to be close. I believe I will win the game. I have I have to 4-shot him. I have to 3-shot him. I think I get there. I think I just get there. I think. It's not great. It's not great at all. Obviously, they're close. I'm only, they're close to almost decking out 2. So a game like this, resource management becomes key. Unfortunately, they did make the misplay. The Mew EX, they should have got that guy going. Again, another one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I going to come up a turn short? Again, I can't afford to play the Blissey. I don't think. Did they play? I almost could. I almost could have got the Blissey down and be accelerating to him. I don't have anything else to put cards in my deck. I think I don't know. I'm trying not to add it up. Let me think here. So I'm going to draw. So 1, I draw. I have 5 draw. I think I do win. Miraidon is 4 shots, and then I have Boss. I think I win. I think I'm guaranteed I will win with no cards in deck, I think. And that's okay, though. That's okay. So obviously you can't, the Boss can't be used before it's my last prizes. Because otherwise my day is ruined. So they're going to let me, at some point, give me a prize. They have to give me 2 prizes, and then Boss is also for 2 prizes. So it works out. Even if I had another Boss, that actually could cost, well, no, another Boss would be fine too. So there's the Boss for game on my last turn. If I did the math correct, I'm going to be, I'll have 2 cards. I might even have 1 extra card. I might even have a card in deck when I win the game. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure, unless they have something. So, yeah, so next turn I get a knockout. If Professor Turo got rid of a damaged Pokemon, I wouldn't win the game, and then tossed him back down and swung him back into the active. I would not have won the game. They just needed, right, because then I have to be starting all over again with placing damage, and then I would deck out. So I have Boss for game. They should send up the Mew, right? Because then, if I don't have Boss, I don't win the game. Then they bench another Pokemon with more than 70 HP. They send them up to the active. And if I don't have Boss, yeah. So they have Iron Hands. Fortunately, he does not hit through things. So Iron Hands was a risk, was a concern, which is partly why I kept my bench small. Again, this is fine. So I will take out the Miraidon. Why not that? Doesn't really matter. So no cards in deck, but that's okay. Boom. Take the last prizes. So my opponent was hoping I didn't have the Boss. They didn't know, obviously. I did know. Got the game there. So look, so Mimikyu is very good. And actually what I'll say is with Mimikyu, when Mimikyu's in a deck and it can attack, it's pretty good. I think Mimikyu in decks where you don't play Psychic Energy and you can't attack isn't great. That's kind of my sense now. But Mimikyu decks with Psychic Energies, Mimikyu's pretty solid, and I am liking it. And I think if I'm playing a Mimic deck with a Mimikyu in it, I might even drop in Luminous Energy just so I could attack with it too, because the attack, Mimikyu generally buys you time. It doesn't win you games, but you need to put some pressure on. So that 70 damage per turn, put the pressure on, just enough pressure to win the game. Maybe I should have got a Blissey going sooner, a second, but the problem is if I put another Blissey down, they probably would have bossed for game there. So I think I was correct in what I did, just making them get through the Mimikyu wall, which they were unable to do. And hey, it's good. Getting the Blisseys up is having Xatu engine is okay. It's not terrible. Maybe the build needs to get a little better. It's a fun deck. It's not a great deck. And if you have other ideas of how to build Blissey these days, let me know in the comments below. I do like Blissey. I would like to play it some more, but I do think it needs a different engine. And I'm not sure how good it'll be, but it is fun. Take care.